नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं। नमां विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताका स्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमः। जयपदाय नित्यकृपाप्रदायिने गौरकथानामदाय नगरग्रामतारिणे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। गोधूलि दूसरितकोमल गोपवेशं गोपालबालकसतैरनुगम्यमानं सायन्दने प्रतिग्रहं पशुबन्धनार्थं गच्छन्त अच्युत शिशुं गुणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्। Today we are into Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, second chapter, verse number 17. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So for sharing, he is not there. Huh? Rasika is not there. So any one of you can share the screen? Tejasini Mataji? It's only going to be English only. No? Can you do that?
Yes, Prabhu. One second, Prabhu. I need time. I will save to laptop.
Okay, okay. Okay, before that we'll start the sloka, until then she joins. Okay. न यत्र कालो अनिमिषां परः प्रभो, न यत्र कालो अनिमिषां परः प्रभुः 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 कुतो नु देवा जगतां य ईशिरे, कुतो नु देवा जगता य ईशिरे। न यत्र सत्त्वं न रजस्तमश्च न वै विकारो न महान् प्रधानम्। न यत्र कालो अनिमिषां परः प्रभो, कुतो नु देवा जगतां य ईशिरे। न यत्र सत्त्वं न रजस्तमश्च न वै विकारो न महान् प्रधानम्। न यत्र कालो अनिमिषां परः प्रभो, कुतो नु देवा जगता य ईशिरे। न यत्र सत्त्वं न रजस्तमश्च न वै विकारो न महान् प्रधानम्। न यत्र कालो मिनिषां परः प्रभुः, कुतो नु देवा जगतां य ईशिरे। न यत्र सत्त्वं न रजस्तमश्च न वै विकारो न महान् प्रधानम्. Mataji, start and you can call the names. Mataji is here to come. Just come. Mataji can start reading and
Hare Krishna.
yeah. Yeah.
न यत्र कालो निमिषां परप्रभु, कुतो न देवा जगतां यईशिरे। न यत्र सत्त्वं न रजस्तमश्च न वै विकारो न महान् प्रधानम्।
Damodara.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु। न यत्र कालो निमिषां परप्रभुः कुतो न देवा जगतां ईशिरे न यत्र सत्त्वं न रजस्तमश्च न वै विकारो न महान् प्रधानम्।
Jagat Bandhu Prabhu. Jagat Bandhu?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Yeah, start.
न यत्र कालो निमिषां परः प्रभो कुतो न देव जगतां य ईश्वरी न यत्र सवितं न रजस्तमश्च न नै विकारो न महान् प्रधानम्।
Hare Krishna. Kavita Amma.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
न यत्र कालो निमिषां परप्रभुः कुतो न देवा जगतां यैशिरे न यत्र सत्त्वं न रजस्तमश्च न वै विकारो न महान् प्रधानम्।
Mataji, second line, it is Kutu.
Okay, कुतो. Okay.
Yeah. Because we have noticed in the Samsara Dava also, Na Gati Kutopi.
Kutopia, yeah.
Yeah, many are reciting that's Kutopi. It's not Kutopi, Kutopi.
It's
See, I'll
kuto,
tell
yeah.
you, when the ta comes, the T is there, no, below that there is a dot, then it becomes
I,
ta.
yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise it's Kutopi only.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Sadanavadas Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Hare Krishna.
न यत्र कालो अनिमिषां परः प्रभु कुतो नु देवा जगतां य ईशिरे न यत्र सत्त्वं न रजस्तमश्च न वै विकारो न महान् प्रधानम्।
Okay. Shankarna.
न यत्र कालो निमिषां परप्रभुः कुतो नु देवा जगतां य ईशिरे न यत्र सत्त्वं न रजस्तमश्च न वै विकारो न महान् प्रधानम्।
Okay. Vasanta Madhava.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Hare
न
Krishna.
यत्र कालो निमिषां परप्रभो कुतो नु देवा जगतां य ईशिरे न यत्र सत्त्वं न रजस्तमश्च न वै विकारो न महान् प्रधानम्।
Is your wife there?
क्या प्रभु?
Let her
Hare
read.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. How are the children, Mataji?
Yeah, they are doing good, Prabhu.
Continue.
Yeah. Nayatra kalo nimisham paraprabhu kuto no deva jagatam yaishire Nayatra sattvam narajastamascha navai vikaro namahan pradhanam.
Vidarbha
Thank you,
Mataji.
Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु प्रणाम।
Hare Krishna. Ma.
न यत्र कालो निमिषां परप्रभुः कुतो नु देवा जगतां यैशिरे न यत्र सत्त्वं न रजस्तमश्च न वै विकारो न महान् प्रधानम्।
Okay. Shabdarth. Sadhana Prabhu. Shabdarth.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु। माताजी, कैन यू स्क्रॉल डाउन?
हो गया.
Synonyms by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Na, not, yatra, wherein, kalah, destructive time, animisham, of the heavenly demigods, parah, superior, prabhu, controller, kutah, where is there, nu, certainly, devaha, the demigods, jagatam, the mundane creatures, ye, those, ishire, rules, na, not, yatra, therein, sattvam, mundane goodness, na, not, raja, mundane passion, tamah, mundane ignorance, cha also, na nor, vai certainly, vikarah transformation, na nor, mahan the material casual ocean, pradhanam material nature.
Okay, translation. Shankarnath.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In that transcendental state of Labdhopasanti, there is no supremacy of devastating time, which control even the celestial demigods who are empowered to rule over mundane creatures. And what to speak of the demigods themselves? Nor is there the mode of material goodness, nor passions, nor ignorance, nor even the false ego, nor the material casual ocean, nor the material nature.
Hare Krishna. 1 minute, Mataji, 1 minute. Yesterday we were talking, last week we were talking about the Brahmanandi, those who are into the Brahman. So here, this is what it is explained here, the creation time. In the transcendental state of Labdhopashanti, last time we are seeing, no? That is the complete peaceful condition. No? Shanti, we say that, no? The same Shanti. No? There is no supremacy of devastating time because they have surpassed the time. And what the time is doing, it controls even the celestial devatas too, who are empowered to rule the mundane creature. See, that's what at the time of creation, all the devatas are created and they are entrusted with some responsibility and they are also empowered to do certain things. So they can do only within the material world, they cannot do anything more than that. Even in the material world also, whatever they do, it is also again subject to the approval of the Supreme God. They cannot do it according to their whims and fancies. So that's why, and what to speak of Devatas themselves. So they themselves are in a pathetic condition when it comes to annihilation or the Kala. So nor is there a mode of material goodness, passion, ignorance, and even the false ego on the material ocean, causal ocean, and the nature. That means everything up to this will be wound up. So everything will go back to the which Vishnu? Can anybody say that? Hare Krishna.
Shirodaksha Vishnu.
Sure. Nor the material causal ocean, nor the material nature.
Causal ocean is Garbhodaksha Vishnu.
Sure. Anybody else?
Sorry, Prabhu. Causal ocean is Karnadaksha Vishnu.
That's it. That's it. Very good. So now we can understand this is the status of it. Brahman, that means that's what also last time we saw that they always enter into the spiritual world in a separate place. Okay. So those who are trying to achieve that yogic process. Okay. Let us get into the purport to get more light on this now. Vasant Prabhu, can you read the purport?
Yes, please, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Devastating time, which controls even the celestial demigods by its manifestations of past, present, and future, does not act on the transcendental plane. The influence of time is exhibited by the symptoms of birth, death, old age, and disease. And these four principles of material conditions are present everywhere in any part of the material cosmos up to the planet Brahmaloka, where the duration of the life of the inhabitants appears to be fabulous. Insurmountable time even brings about the death of Brahma. So, what to speak of the other demigods like Indra, Chandra, Surya, Vayu, and Varuna?
One
The
minute.
astronomical. Yes,
Prabhu, 1
Prabhu.
minute.
Yeah.
We'll try to understand, then we'll move on further. Mataji, can you show the beginning? So here the word time has a prefix devastating. So that means devastating time means the time is fixed and it is having full control on the entire creation. That's why Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Kalaha Kalayatam Asmiham. So that means when the time comes, everything is finished, nothing is left out. So nobody can be spared from this. Similarly, if you look at the Bhagavad Gita, the five main subjects are one of the time is time. One of the that one is time. So time will always have the answer for everything. Even at home, some incident happen. To forget it, it takes time. Like that, it goes on and on. Similarly, there is a war which is going on, right? So this animosity on all these bad feelings will be there in the minds of many, and it will not go off all of a sudden. So there also the time is important. So these are all the time which helps the creation to continue. But whereas the time which he is talking about is, it is a devastating, means which is going to annihilate everything. So it even finishes off the Devalokas. Why? Because the Devalokas or the where Deva are created by Lord to do some to execute certain things in the material world. So they are supposed to perform according to the wishes of the Lord. So they all work under the serious instruction of Krishna. So that's why if you look at the Kapila Dev instruction to Mother Devahuti, also third canto, I think so, verse number 21, I think so, 25th verse, 25th chapter, 325, 21, I think so, wherein all of them are afraid of and they perform everything precisely. It talks about Chandra, Indra, Varuna, everybody, including the sun god. So that means the fear is always there for all of them. Why? Because they are empowered, and when they are given some power, they are supposed to execute things. But unfortunately, when it comes to the material world, where the present politicians, they are empowered. Mataji is the one? Mataji, I think so. I said wrongly, I think so. Not this one. 42. Go to the 41, 42, 325, 42. This is also a popular verse, but that one is 42, I think. Check it out. Correct. Mataji, can you read that? Mataji, can you read that?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Ananta is at home. Read it.
मद्भयाद्वाति वात अयं सूर्यस्तपति मद्भयात् वर्षतीन्द्रो दहय अग्निमृत्युश्चरति मद्भयात्.
Oh, this is in the Bhagavad Gita style, not in the other one. Okay. So let us get into the translation. Preeti Mataji, can you read the translation? Preeti Mataji, can you read the translation?
Okay, sure, Prabhu.
Ah.
It is because of my supremacy that the wind blows out of fear of me, the sun shines out of fear of me, and the Lord of clouds, Indra, send forth showers out of fear of me. Fire burns out of fear of me, and death goes about taking its toll out of fear of me.
So we can connect it to this today's purport. The word comes devastating. Devastating means everything takes place on time. So nobody expected there would be a war in the Middle East, in the world, and it would cause so much of concern to everybody, right? So the fear psychosis is coming because of the time. But we can say, oh, this country is responsible for a fear, that country is responsible for the war. Oh, these things are secondary reasons, but the primary reason is the Lord and the Lord's time. So time comes and finishes off everything. So nobody can imagine how the devastation takes place, right? So they were thinking only small things will happen, but now day by day the situation is becoming worse. So that's why let us go to the today's purport, Mataji. So wherein Prabhupada explains the devastating time, it will even celestial devatas are also under the same situation, does not act on the transcendental time. Okay, then the influence of time is exhibited by symptoms of birth, death, old age. So that is also on the material plane. Then it talks about the primary thing, the Brahma Loka. What is it explained here? Four principles of material conditions are present everywhere. What is that? Birth, death, old age, and disease. So it is including the Brahma Loka too. So that's why there is a lifetime for Brahmaji also. So this duration is fixed by the Supreme Lord, and he comes in the form of a Kala. Then again it talks about what to speak of other devatas like Indra, Chandra, Surya, Vayu and Varuna. Same situation, what the sloka just now we read now. They're all out of fear, they are performing it. They cannot do anything going beyond that. Right? Only thing why they are out of fear, because they are obedient and they are fearing of the Lord. But whereas the Asuras, they are not initially afraid. Once they come to know, they are afraid of. Right? So they try to protest, but whereas Devas never try to protest. There's a big difference. So here it is mentioned all the Devi Devatas are also under the control of time. The next one, can I request Damodara, can you read that?
Hare Krishna, Babu.
Yeah.
The astronomical influence directed by the different demigods over mundane creatures is also conspicuous by its absence. In material existence, the living entities are afraid of a satanic influence, but for a devotee on the transcendental plane, there is no such fear at all. The
One
living
minute.
entity.
One minute. This is a very clear indication now, right? As we see here, all over the globe, people are afraid of war. And you will not believe it. Here in Chennai, my relatives or everybody is wondering, oh, how come you stayed for so long? All the problems were there. It was bombarding this and that they're talking. Even now they are worried about that. But as we see here, the devotees all around the world, what they do, they keep praying to the Lord, they keep performing their devotion service, and those who are in the situation also do the same thing, doing the kirtan, doing the katha, everything happens in. So that means the protection comes from the Lord. Why? Because Abhaya Hasta. That's why one should be wise enough to take the right protection, not to go to someone who cannot give us the Abhaya. So there is a good example in the Bhagavatam also, right? What is that? Uttara. Uttara, she says, there is no one else who can give protection. So here also, we are all, by the mercy of Guru and Prabhupada, wise enough to take the shelter of Krishna and Gauranga. That's why we keep doing the kirtan and we are keep on listening to the katha. So these things will not deter our determination. So the real test of the devotion service is when situation is really tough, one must be able to perform it. So in that situation, if somebody is performing it, they are really great. That's why Prabhupada also always appreciate those who are preaching in the Middle East are very, very great. So here also we have to appreciate all those who are now in the situation and continuing to perform their devotion service without any disturbance. So this is a very important line where we have to understand. So it perfectly fits for us here, right? So again you can connect another sloka also, Brahmaji's, right? Tate anukampam. So the devotees think, oh, it is a testing time. No, they will think, oh, it is the mercy of the Lord. But a common man will go, oh, it's a testing time, the Lord is testing me, all these things, they will think. Okay. Prabhu, can you continue?
Okay, Prabhu. The living entities change their material bodies in different shapes and forms under the influence of the three different modes of material nature. But in the transcendental state, the devotee is gunatita, or above the modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Thus, the false ego of I am the Lord of all I survey does not arise there. In the material world, the false ego of the living and living being trying to lord it over the material nature is something like the moths falling in a blazing fire. The
One minute.
moth is
One
yeah.
minute. So now we can understand a good example given by Prabhupada. Moth, what it does, it is looking for light. It goes everywhere. Wherever there is light, it will go to the direction. But unfortunately, it will not understand there is a trap ready for it. Similarly, even many ignorant people do not understand there is a time element and it is going to swallow us any time. And one must be prepared for it. But interestingly, the materialistic people do not think on that. But whereas a devotee, they are above all these things. Why? Because as I told you, they are very, very aware and very clear on that. There is an inevitable time which is going to swallow. And that's why there they stand high above. What is it called as? Guna Atita. Right? Guna Atita. So they are rising above the gunas. So the three gunas does not affect them. That's why I said no. While doing the devotion service, the three gunas will not come and disturb them. But whereas a common man, they will be always under the fear of time. Naturally, they will be always having a tough time to handle the gunas. So when there is no bombardment, they will be thinking, oh, we are happy, right? When there is a bombardment, their faces will change and they go to a sorrowful mood. So they keep changing according to the gunas. But a devotee always rise above the three gunas. That's called as Shuddha Sattva. Because in many of the purport and even in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains if somebody remains in Sattva Guna, that is not the ultimate. One should rise above that. Because every time we have read about this, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, one guna is trying to dominate other. Or Sattva, when it goes up, the Rajo and Tamo guna. Similarly, Rajo guna goes up, then Sattva and Tamo. Then Tamo guna goes up, and Sattva and Rajas. So like that, it keeps on doing it. But a devotee is just surpassing all the three gunas. There he stays in the Shuddha Sattva. So, and that position, he is unbothered. He is not bothered about the time and other things because he is beyond that. He is beyond that. The rest I request you to read is Tejaswini Mataji. Can you read that? Or Ananta, you can read it.
Yes, yes.
The moth is captivated by the glaring beauty of the fire, and when he comes to enjoy it, the blazing fire consumes him. In the transcendental state, the living being is pure in his consciousness. As such, he has no false ego to lord it over the material nature. Whether his pure consciousness directs him to surrender unto the Supreme Lord is stated in Bhagavad Gita 7.19, Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. All this indicates that in the transcendental state, there is neither material creation nor the causal ocean for material nature.
So this is another situation. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. So, but how they reach that? That's what the previous sloka says. Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Prapatyate. So after many, many births, they attain the position and they are called as jnanis. When the jnani comes, then they perform this. They are able to see everything in Krishna and in Krishna and in everything they are able to see Krishna. Vasudevaha sarvamiti sa Mahatma sudurlabha. So Mahatma is the real definition here, which is explained here, where he does not distinguish anyone. Okay, the next paragraph I request Vidarbha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. The above mentioned state of affairs is factual on the transcendental plane, but it factually revealed in a transcendentalist knowledge of the advanced state of pure consciousness. Such transcendentalists are of two types, namely the impersonalist and the devotees. For the impersonalist, the ultimate goal or destination is the Brahma Jyoti of the spiritual sky. But for the devotees, the ultimate goal is the Vaikuntha planets. The devotees experience the above mentioned state of affair by attainment of spiritual forms for activity in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. But the impersonalist, because of his neglecting the association of the Lord, does not develop a spiritual body for spiritual activity, but remains a spiritual spark only merged in the effulgent spiritual rays of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord is the full fledged form of eternity, bliss, and knowledge, but the formless Brahmajyoti is simply eternity and knowledge. The Vaikuntha planets are also form of eternity, bliss, and knowledge, and therefore the devotees of the Lord who are admitted into the abode of the Lord also get bodies of eternity, bliss, and knowledge. As such, there is no difference between one and another. The Lord's abode name, fame, encourage, etc. Sorry, also gets body of eternity, bliss, and knowledge. As such, there is no difference between one and another. The Lord's abode, name, fame, entourage, etc. are of the same transcendental quality. And how this transcendental quality differs from the material world is explained herewith in this verse. In the Bhagavad Gita, three principal subjects have been explained by the Lord Shri Krishna, namely Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. But one can reach the Vaikuntha planets by the practice of Bhakti Yoga only. The other two are incompetent in helping one reach the Vaikuntha lokas, although they can, however, conveniently take one to the effulgent Brahma Jyoti as described above.
Hare Krishna. So now he talks about two aspects. One is the Brahma Jyoti, the other one is the Supreme Lord. So Vadanti Tattvataha. So the Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan. So when we talk about the Brahmeti, they always enter into the Brahman. So it is a formless one. So this without form will not help any time for a person who is longing for the association of the Lord. Look at the case of the Yudhishthira Maharaj and look at the case of Arjuna, Bhima and all the Pandavas. They sent Narada as a messenger to Dwaraka to inform Krishna that Yudhishthira Maharaj is ready to perform a Rajasuya Yajna. And they are looking for his association. And why for his association? They want to glorify the Lord. They want to perform the puja. What is it called as? What is the puja name? The Rajasuya Yajna. Hare Krishna.
Oh, can you repeat the question?
What is the name of the puja during the time of Rajasuya Yajna? Because we read it in the
Agra
last.
Puja, Prabhu. Agra Puja.
Yeah, you are right. That's right. Agra Puja. So in the Bhagavatam monthly, no, the Ramadan time we were reading that. So you have to understand they are longing for the association of the Lord, whereas a impersonalist just reverse. They are not for it. So such a person cannot stay on. That is a major problem. So the formless situation is always a pathetic one. Every time we are talking about the same situation when it comes to Shishupal. Shishupal also Saichya Mukti, but again he has to stay back sometime, then he has to go back to the Vaikuntha planet. So like that it is explained here, the two forms. That's why Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, right? So in the Brahmanandi stage is not the ultimate. We can have n number of examples for the Brahmanandi and those who have not been satisfied fully. One good example is, anybody can say that? He was a Brahmanandi, but he was not satisfied. But once he gets the next level, he is fully satisfied.
Or Kumaras Prabhu?
Huh?
Kumaras?
4 Kumaras.
Not exactly.
Prabhu
Adi
Sukadev
Shankara.
Goswami.
Sukadeva Goswami is a typical example. Because Sukadeva Goswami thought the ultimate is only Brahman. That is ultimate thing. So he was a Brahma Bhuta Prasanna Atma. But when he was roaming, he could not get the satisfaction. But on hearing the Bhagavatam verses, he got attracted. That means devotion service is the topmost, rest of the things are not so. So as we move further, here it is explained, the devotees are always looking for the association of the Lord. And they are defining the qualities of it. One is the impersonal and the other is personal. So when we talk about the impersonal, the form is missing and knowledge and other things are there, bliss are there. But again, when we talk about the form, there it is all the three things are there. Full-fledged form of eternity, full-fledged form of blissful, full form of knowledge. That's why we say Satchit Ananda Vigraha. So Krishna. So those who are in touch with him automatically also get the same bliss. It's very simple. So as we see here, as long as the Lord was on the earth planet, there were so many wonderful devotees who took part in the complete Leela. They were all extremely happy. That's why, and the next one it comes, no? The Lord's abode, name, fame, entourage, etc. are same. Why? Because there is no difference between that. That's why we always talk about it, Rupa, Nama, Rupa, Leela, Guna. So here it talks about the entourage means those who are accompanying the Lord in his pastimes. So there is a long list. When it comes to Vrindavan Leela, all those were in the Lord's abode and having a wonderful blissful time. And when the Lord wanted to take a appearance in this material world, they were sent. Again, after coming here also, they were always having a blissful time. But whereas Duryodhana's are not, or the Jarasandha, the whole team. So that means there is no difference between the Lord's wonderful form, name, Leela, and Guna. So in any one of that, if you can get connected, or if you're connected to all the four, you are in a blissful condition. That's why here it is explained the Lord in the Bhagavad Gita also explains three aspects of it: Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. So when we talk about the Bhakti Yoga, that is the ultimate and that is the complete one, because it is fully competent to go back to Godhead. But whereas in the Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, it is not the case. So it will help us to go here and there, but not ultimate. So Brahmajyoti and all is related to knowledge, right? So here two aspects are very important. One is the form, another is the formless. But when we talk about the form, Bhakti Yoga is the topmost. But when we talk about the impersonalists, they are always happy with their knowledge. And they think they have got the complete knowledge. But again, the knowledge is incomplete, they are not aware of it. Only they cannot understand the science of Godhead. Second thing is whatever the knowledge they have gained is also a shortcoming. Clear? Hare Krishna. Any questions in this? Any comments? Hare Krishna. Devotees, any questions? Any comments? Okay, Sanatani Mataji has joined late. Let her read the shloka.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah. Yeah, read it.
न यत्र कालो निमिषां परप्रभुः कुतो नो देवा जगतां ईशिरे
Ishire.
ईशिरे न यत्र सत्त्वं न रजस्तमश्च न वै विकरो न
Karo.
महान्
Vikaro.
विकारो न महान् प्रधानम्
Okay, so it says Nayatra Sattvam, it is above that. Na Rajas, that's above that. Na Tamas, that's above that. Then what else it is? Na by Vikaro. So there won't be any changes. Right? There is one verse in the Bhagavatam, Vikaro Netre Jalam, Gatra Riheshu. Yada Vikaro. Anybody remembers that? I think it is 2, 3, 24, something like that. Wherein, after he is listening to the holy name, there should be changes in our body and the symptoms. So there it is. So here there is no changes because he is always fixed in the transcendental blissful condition. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Any other comments? Any other points? Because we have to leave for the Vyas Puja in the Tinagar outpost, Chennai. They are kept in the morning time. How about you there, Prabhu? Vyas Puja done already?
We did it last night, Prabhu.
Acha, in Bandhu Baladev house.
No, Prabhu. It was a decentralized this time. Like New
Okay.
Dubai and Old Dubai. Old Dubai, it happened in Asdan building, Nan Prabhu's house. There's a hall. So people from that side. And from New Dubai, it happened in Rasikananda Prabhu's house.
Vertical house. Okay. So here also they are split into so many places because already Chennai temple, they want to have so many centers or so many temples in and around the Chennai. So that's why T Nagar is developing one. Other than South Chennai also developing something, and North Madras also something happening. So today we have in the central Chennai, so we are going to attend now. Hare Krishna. Any other comments?
Thank Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Let's all do the prayers.
हरे कृष्ण
Prayer
प्रभु
for
मैं पढ़ लेता हूँ स्मिता
Sorry, Prabhu. आप श्लोका पढ़ने का अनंता पढ़ लो.
न यत्र कालो अनिमिषां परः प्रभुः पूतो न देवाय जगतां य ईशिरे न यत्र सत्त्वं न रजस्तमश्च नैवे विकारो न महान् प्रधानम् हरे कृष्ण
Wonderful. So prayers for His Holiness Japata Swamaraj, His Grace Kratu Adhikari Prabhu, and then prayers for the entire war affected area, and prayers for Avinash Shankar, and prayers for Varun Vedaraman, and prayers requested for all of us to progress in Krishna Bhakti. And we request you, we will be having that engagement on 3rd April. We request all of your prayers. Okay. So you are blessing the, I cannot say anything now because they are yet into the getting to the stage of no. So they can say, I can say the boy and the girl. That only I can say. So Sadanand and what is her name?
Make
Shruti.
it live streaming, Prabhu.
Actually, we are trying to do that. Only thing, time will suit for you all. I don't know. It's on 3rd April evening, 4:30 to 6. So there it will be for you, 3
3
to
o'clock,
4.
Prabhu.
Yeah, 3 to 4:30.
Yeah.
Because the boy will be also coming online only. So girl will be in presence. The boy will come online only. Okay. So I request all of you to pray so that everything goes well. Hare Krishna. So for all of us also to progress in Krishna Bhakti, let's all chant thrice. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Very good news,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Congratulations to both of them. Hare Krishna.
Vasanta. Okay. Okay. Many of others, no, last time I announced, so many of them they know.
Okay. I was not knowing, Prabhu. Many
Yeah,
congratulations.
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thanks, Prabhu. Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
I informed Mukunda also.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay.
Hare. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
give the later on. Hare Krishna.